Barry the Owl loved the night. The night was his domain, a world where he felt most alive and free. He loved the moon and the stars. They were his companions, always there to keep him company. But most of all, he loved the quiet. The stillness of the night allowed him to think and reflect. It let him listen to the whispers of the wind and the rustling of leaves. These sounds were like a soothing melody to his ears. One night, Barry heard something new. It was unlike anything he had ever heard before. It was a faint humming like a lullaby from far away. The sound was gentle yet intriguing. Curious, Barry flew higher and higher towards the source of the sound. His wings flapped steadily as he ascended. And then he saw it. The sun! It was a sight to behold, glowing brilliantly in the sky. Barry had never seen the sun before. It was a completely new experience for him. He usually slept during the day. The sun was something he had only heard about in stories. The sun was a giant ball of fire, but it wasn't scary. It was beautiful. Its light was warm and inviting. It pulsed with energy, and Barry realized that the humming he heard was the sound of the sun's dance. This dance was mesmerizing. It was a dance that kept our planet warm and bright. The sun's movements were like a choreographed performance. Barry wanted to learn all about it. He was eager to understand the secrets of this celestial dance.
Barry flew closer. He wanted to get a better look at the sun's dance. He knew the sun was powerful, a force of nature that commanded respect. So he kept a safe distance. He didn't want to get too close and risk getting burned. He watched as the sun's surface bubbled and swirled. It was like watching a living, breathing entity. It was like a giant pot of boiling water, but instead of water, it was made of hot gas. Barry was amazed. He had never seen anything like it. He had discovered the sun's secret dance, a dance that gave life to everything on Earth. This dance was the reason for the warmth and light that sustained life. As Barry flew back to his nest, he felt inspired. He had learned something new and wonderful about the world. He rested in his nest, looking up at the night sky. The stars seemed to twinkle more brightly, as if they were celebrating his discovery. Barry closed his eyes, content and happy. He knew that the sun's secret dance was a gift to all living things. As dawn approached, Barry watched the sunrise. He now understood the importance of the sun's dance. With a smile, Barry felt a sense of connection to the sun. He knew that he would always cherish this newfound knowledge. Ready for new adventures, Barry flew off into the distance, eager to share his discovery with others. The world was full of wonders, and Barry was excited to explore them all. The sun's secret dance was just the beginning. And so, Barry the Owl soared high in the sky, with the sun shining brightly, guiding him on his journey.
Barry learned that the sun is like a giant onion, with layers inside layers. Each layer has its own unique characteristics and plays a crucial role in the sun's overall function. The outermost layer, where Barry saw the bubbling and swirling, is called the photosphere. This is the layer we see when we look at the sun from Earth. It's incredibly hot, with temperatures reaching about 5,500 degrees Celsius. That's where the sun's light and heat escape into space. This light and heat are essential for life on Earth, providing the energy needed for plants to grow and for us to stay warm. Beneath the photosphere is the chromosphere, a layer of hot gas that glows red. This layer is visible during solar eclipses when the moon blocks the photosphere, revealing the chromosphere's reddish glow.
Sometimes, giant bursts of energy called solar flares erupt from the chromosphere. These flares can release as much energy as billions of atomic bombs. They look like fiery ribbons dancing in space. These solar flares can affect satellite communications and even cause beautiful auroras near the Earth's poles. And then there are sunspots, cooler, darker regions on the sun's surface. These spots are still incredibly hot, but they appear darker because they are cooler than the surrounding areas. They look like tiny dots compared to the sun's massive size. Sunspots can be larger than the Earth itself, showing just how enormous the sun really is. Barry learned that even though the sun is so far away, its activity affects us here on Earth. Solar flares and sunspots can influence our weather, technology, and even our health. The sun truly is a fascinating and powerful star.
Barry flew back to Earth, eager to tell his friends about the sun's dance. He had learned so much about the sun's importance and couldn't wait to share it. He landed on a branch next to a sunflower, basking in the warm sunlight. The sunflower turned its bright face towards Barry, as if ready to listen. "Did you know," Barry hooted, "that the sun's light helps you grow?" The sunflower swayed gently, acknowledging Barry's words.
The sunflower nodded its big, bright face. It was well aware of the sun's role in its growth and survival. It knew all about photosynthesis, the process by which plants use sunlight to make food. This magical process not only feeds the plants but also provides oxygen for us to breathe.
Barry explained that the sun's energy is essential for all living things on Earth. Without the sun, he said, plants wouldn't be able to make their food, and we wouldn't have the oxygen we need. It keeps our planet warm enough for us to survive, Barry continued. Imagine a world without the sun's warmth. It would be too cold for any of us to live. The sun also helps our bodies produce vitamin D, Barry added, which is crucial for making our bones strong and healthy. Without it, our bones would be weak and brittle. Without the sun, Barry hooted, there would be no life on Earth as we know it. Every living thing depends on the sun in one way or another. As the sun began to set, Barry gathered his friends around to share an important lesson. He told them about the sun's incredible gravity and its powerful effects. It's like an invisible force, Barry explained, that pulls everything towards it, keeping them in place. He told them how the sun's gravity keeps all the planets in our solar system orbiting around it, just like a ball on a string whirls around your hand, never letting go.
Wow, gasped a little firefly. The sun is like our solar system's anchor holding everything together.
Barry nodded. It keeps everything in its place, he hooted, and makes sure our planet stays on track, orbiting safely.